What's up, YouTube? My name is Bob Morrison. Welcome back to Nerdly. Today in Nerdly, I'm going to review this Star Wars Black Series Collector's edition. So I saw this at Toys R Us a long time ago, and I actually talked about it on my show Nerdly on DCIS Right Radio promo. So so yeah, what this is if you don't know what it is, let me explain. So I actually took it apart right now because I had to move it down here, and that was difficult as hell. And so this is what it is. So here's Rey, and she's got Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber. Rey. And so this part, it was a leash proof, leash. Uno moment. Alright, so I need it. Just had to put it the right way. So this is what it looks like. That's the whole scene there. This is additional. If you want this, you can have it. If you don't want it, you don't need it. It's just something that they added to make it look more lifelike. I'm going to pick this up now. I'm going to hold it together. So that is what it looks like. And so on the bottom of this are little pegs if you want to add other characters to this. So I know what you're thinking. What does this do? Why does it have a battery compartment? Because it does this. Oh yeah. So it lights up like magma underneath Rey, and it actually shines really bright in the darkness. But I'm not going to do that now. And so you can tap it, and it'll turn on. Or if you did like I did, you can hold it, and it'll stay on for a while. And so Rey looks awesome like this, and she has the magma down here. So this is the Star Killer base. This is when Rey was lunging at Kylo Ren to make her what she thought was her last stand, as Finn lay dying from his wounds, and she proved to be a Jedi that day. So yeah, it's a super high detailed model, just everything here. She's not movable, sadly. You can remove her from where she is. That takes a little bit more muscle to do that. I don't really want to do that right now because she is very delicate. So it's more difficult, but she has many things on her, like underneath this fabric here, you can actually see Han Solo's blaster, which is cool. And actually no, it's in the bag. Yeah, there's a handle. Sorry, I thought I saw it. But yeah, so Han Solo's stuff is in here. This is after he's been killed. Let's turn off Mago now. So yeah, so this is a super cool model. They don't really sell them anymore. This was the last one that I saw at Toys R Us. But the pegs that I saw in the bottom of this are for if you want other characters and you want to put them on here. They even show spots and like foot marks where other characters can go. But honestly, I'm just going to leave it as is because it looks so much more nicer just with Rey making her final stand and being a badass. But yeah, so this has been this. But I have one more thing I want to cover in this video. So also for Christmas, my sister gave me my first wooden model, and it's by Incredibills. If you've never heard of Incredibills, that's okay. They're not really a big brand, but what they do is they make wooden models that are licensed models. So you got there's Star Wars ones. So my sister got me a TIE Fighter, which is super cool. And so I'm going to show the TIE Fighter now. So this is what the TIE Fighter looks like. This one took me a long time to build because there's so many little small pieces that go together. There's engravings on here so you can tell what it looks like. There's the paneling and everything. And this thing is super sturdy and super nice, and I really, really like it. And it just looks so cool. Now, the only problem with this, if you want to build it, is that the guns that this thing comes with are super, super tiny, and mine actually broke while I was trying to put them on here. But it looks cooler without guns because you can't even tell that the guns aren't on here, which is nice. So that's my wooden TIE Fighter. And now you can paint it if you want to. I'm just going to leave it as is so you can see all the little pieces and everything like that. But it's cool. They actually include a book on TIE fighters. And so it shows you, it just does like history and stuff on the TIE, and it shows you original artwork of the TIE fighters, which is nice. And it's a hefty book, I have to say. It's a heavy duty, hefty book, and it covers all different TIEs, like the TIE interceptors, which were actually introduced in Return of the Jedi and not Rogue One. They got the Battle of Yavin ties, the Battle of Endor ties, and then here's behind the scenes. So these are what ties look like behind the scenes. They were looking for, I know this by watching interviews and stuff, they were going for a ship that was to be high quality. So here's actually some of the original artwork. That's the next wing. And there's a tie. This is the next one we won't get to see until Force Awakens, which is pretty cool. But yeah, these are the original X-wing marks and stuff, and the TIE fighters, they give you how they made it and stuff. So this thing, and then back here it's like, what if a rebel commandeered it? What would it look like? Well, that's what it looks like if you were to paint it and stuff. But yeah, it talks about how, when I've learned in interviews too, how they wanted to make like an advanced looking ship, but they couldn't get it to work. So they were like, they saw, like, you could see TIE fighters and a lot of stuff, just with things sitting together. But they were like, what if we make a ship that looks like an H, and it has a ball in the middle with two wings? Would that stand out? And they're like, oh, okay, and we have these ships that have an X on them with their wings in attack position. Does that help? Yeah, it does. Those are the X-wings. These are the TIE fighters. These are ships. Bing, bada, boom. We have made an icon, because the TIE is an icon when you're playing Star Wars games or whatever. If you hear that distinct whizzing sound, you know you're about to be killed, because the TIEs are precise and they are ruthless. So yeah, so that has been my review of a wooden TIE fighter and my Rey statue. If you want Incredi builds, I suggest looking at Amazon or going to Mind Games or Michael's or your craft stores. Maybe they have them there. I know that there's an R2-D2 one. It's not that great. I would suggest sticking to the Empire-based builds. There's also a Death Star, a Star Destroyer, and a lightsaber build that you can do. Those ones looked a lot nicer than R2-D2, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, so that's it for this video. If you liked it, please leave a like, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.